Welcome to the lecture on electromagnetic field theory. The main topics are numericals on integral vector calculus, basic laws in electromagnetics, Maxwell equations, boundary conditions. In the last lecture, we have studied the differential vector calculus. In that, we have studied curl of a vector, divergence of a vector, and gradient of a scalar. So today we'll study vector integral calculus. Let dq be a small charge on a line of length small length dl, and the small charge is plus dq. Rho l is the line charge density. It is defined as change in charge to the change in length. And if you integrate dq, will get q is equal to integration or line integration of rho l dl. And suppose you take a surface with charge small charge dq with small surface area ds, and rho s is the surface charge density, and this rho s is defined as change in charge with change in surface area. Therefore, if you integrate this dq is equal to rho s ds, you will get q is equal to double integration of rho s into ds. And take a volume. In that, suppose small charge is plus dq and the volume is dv, and rho v is volume charge density. It is defined as ratio of change in charge in the small volume dv, and dq is equal to rho v dv. If you integrate, you will get q is equal to double integral of rho v into dv. So to find the problems, that is to find q for rho l, rho s and rho v. Let rho l is given as 2 coulomb per meter on a line extending from 0 to 2 meter, and second one is surface charge density is given by 3 coulomb per meter square, and the surface area is placed from x is equal to 0 to 1 and y is equal to 0 to 2, and volume charge density rho is equal to 4 coulomb per meter cube, and it is having a volume xyz, that is x is 0 to 1, y is equal to 0 to 2, z is equal to 0 to 3. By the formula of the line charge density, we will get q is equal to line integral of rho l dl, where dl is dx, and the integration will be x is equal to 0 to 1 rho l dx. If you integrate, substitute the value of rho l is equal to 2 here and integrate, you will get 2 dx is 2x, and apply the limit 0 to 1, you will get 2 into 1 minus 0 is 2 coulomb. So next, rho s is given as 3 coulomb per meter square. If you substitute the rho s in the equation, q is equal to surface integral of rho s ds, you will get x is varying from 0 to 1, y is varying from 0 to 2, and rho s, the ds is given by dx dy. Then if you substitute the rho s value is equal to 3, you get 3 dx dy, and if you integrate, so dx becomes x here, dy is y, and apply the limit 0 to 1 and 0 to 2, you will get 1 minus 0 is 1 into 3 is 3, 2 minus 0 is 2, you will get total 6 coulomb. Similarly, rho v is given as 4 coulomb per meter cube. Therefore, q is given by triple integral of rho v dv, where rho v is equal to 4 coulomb per meter cube, and dv is dx dy dz, and the limits x is varying from 0 to 1, y is varying from 0 to 2, z is varying from 0 to 3. Then we will get integration of dx is x. If we apply limit 0 to 1, we will get 1 minus 0, 1, and integration of dy is y. If you apply the limit 0 to 2, we will get 2 only. Integration of dz is z, Apply the limit, you get 3 minus 0 is 3. Therefore, 4 into 1 into 2 into 3 will get 24 coulomb. So next, Gauss law already have studied. So here the flux density coming out of a surface ds is given by the charge enclosed inside the surface charge, that is given by psi is the flux line is equal to charge q is equal to closed surface integral of flux density dot ds bar. So we'll solve problem on this. Given flux density d bar is equal to r by 3 ar bar nano coulomb per meter square is in free space, and you have to find total flux or charge in the sphere with radius r is equal to 0.2 meter. So here given d bar is equal to r by 3 air bar and ds bar in the spherical coordinate system is given by r square sin theta d theta d phi air bar. So differential length normal to air bar. Therefore d bar dot ds bar is equal to take dot product of r by 3 air bar dot r square sin theta d theta d phi air bar. Air bar dot air bar is 1, therefore you will get r cube by 3 sin theta d phi. If you substitute this in the formula of psi is equal to q is equal to closed surface integral of d bar dot ds bar. Here phi is varying from 0 to 2 pi and theta is varying from 0 to pi, and r cube by 3 sin theta d phi. Therefore here r cube by 3 is independent upon the integration, therefore it is constant, therefore it is taken outside. R cube by 3 integration of d phi is phi, apply the limit 0 to 2 pi, integration of sin theta is minus cos theta, limit is from 0 to pi. If you substitute the limits, you will get 2 pi r cube by 3, 1 plus 1 is equal to 4 pi r cube by 3, and psi is equal to q is equal to 4 by 3 pi at r is equal to 0.2, will get 0.0335 nano coulomb at r is equal to 0.2 meter. So next, given d bar is equal to r square z square by 3 cos phi a phi bar, to find the flux crossing through phi is equal to pi by 4 half plane defined by r is from 0 to 3 and z is from 2 to 4. Here r and z phi is given, therefore it is cylindrical coordinate system. Therefore we use the formula for cylindrical coordinate system. In the Gauss law, psi is equal to surface integral of d bar dot ds bar, where z is varying from 2 to 4 and r is varying from 0 to 3. R square z square by 3 is given d bar by cos phi a phi dot into dr dz, that is d a phi dot will get a phi bar dot a phi bar is 1. Therefore if you integrate this, you get 1 by 3 cos phi is a constant term, and integration of r square is r cube by 3 and integration of z square is z cube by 3. So limit is 2 to 4. If you substitute value, you get 1 by 3 cos phi 9 into bracket 4 cube minus 2 cube by 3. If you simplify, you get 1 by 3 cos pi by 4 at phi is equal to pi by 4. 3 cube by 3 into 4 cube minus 2 cube by 3. Cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2 into 56 is equal to 39.5979 coulomb. Next problem, d bar is given as 2xy x bar plus 3yz ay bar plus 4zx az bar. To find the flux passing through the portion bounded by the values y from minus 1 to 2 and z is equal to 0 to 4 at the point x is equal to 3 plane, using Gauss law. If the variable given are xyz, therefore it is a Cartesian coordinate system. Therefore ds bar area is given is equal to dz ax bar. Therefore d bar dot ds bar, if we substitute the value of d bar and ds bar, and you take the dot product here, we get 2xy plus 0 plus 0 dy dz x bar dot x bar is equal to 1, but ay bar dot x bar is 0, az bar dot x bar is 0. Therefore, we will get d bar dot ds bar is equal to 2xy divided dz. We substitute in the formula. Psi is equal to surface integral of d bar dot ds bar. Here the value of z is varying from 0 to 4 and y is varying from -1 to 4, and d bar dot ds bar is 2xy divided dz. If we integrate, here 2x is a constant, therefore y is y square by 2. The limit is -1 to 2, and integration of dz is z, limit is 0 to 4. Therefore, this is equal to 2x 2 square minus of -1 square by 2, 4 minus 0. Therefore, phi is equal to 2x 3 by 2 into 4 equal to 20x. Therefore, at point x is equal to 3, psi is equal to 120 into 3, 12 into 3 is equal to 36 coulomb. Next, Ampere circuit law. So this is given by line integral of h bar dot dl bar is equal to I. So we can solve some problem on this Ampere's law. In the region r is varying from 0 to 0.5 meter in cylindrical coordinates, the current density is j bar 4.5 e raised to minus 2r is z bar ampere per meter square, and j bar is equal to 0 everywhere. By using Ampere circuit law, you have to find h bar. So given current density j bar is equal to 4.5 e raised to minus 2r az bar ampere per meter square. You know that current I is given by integration of j bar dot ds bar. The ds bar is equal to r dr d theta az bar, normal to the az as z bar is in az bar direction. Therefore, I is equal to phi is varying from 0 to 2 pi and r is varying from 0 to r. And substitute the value of j bar here, 4.5 e raised to minus 2r az bar dot ds bar is r dr d phi az bar. Then dot product of az bar dot az bar is 1. Then if we integrate, this will get 4.5 integration of d phi is phi, limit is 0 to 2 pi, and integration of r into e raised to minus 2r is given by r is constant, integration of e raised to minus 2r by minus 2 minus differentiation of r is 1, again integration of e raised to minus 2r by minus 2 will get e raised to minus, that is 4.5 to 2 pi into r into e raised to minus 2r by minus 2 minus integration of e raised to minus 2r by minus 2 dr 0 to r will get 9, I is equal to 9 pi by 4 r into e raised to minus 2r by minus 2 minus 1 by 4 e raised to minus 2r plus 1 by 4 is equal to 9 pi by 4 1 minus 2r e raised to minus 2r minus e raised to minus 2r. Therefore, for r is equal to 0.5, I is given by 7.068 1 minus 0.3678 minus 0.3678. Therefore, total current I is given by 1.8676 ampere. Consider a closed path R is greater than equal to 0.5 such that enclosed current I is equal to 1.8676 ampere. By Ampere circuit law, we know that line integral of s bar dot dl bar is equal to I, that is phi is varying from 0 to 2 pi, and h dot r d phi is equal to I, as s bar is equal to h phi a phi bar and dl bar is equal to r d phi a phi bar. Therefore, we take h phi outside and the integration of d phi is phi, limit is 0 to 2 pi into R, you'll get I. Therefore, 2 pi R H phi is equal to I. Therefore, H phi is equal to I divided by 2 pi R. I calculated 1.8676 and 2 pi into R. We get 0.2972 by R A5 bar ampere per meter. That is the value of H phi is equal to 0.2972 by R in the direction of phi ampere per meter. Next, Maxwell equations. There are 4 Maxwell equations. That is divergence of d bar is equal to rho v. This is derived from the Gauss law, and curl of H bar is equal to current density J bar, that is called conduction current, plus dou by dou t d bar, this is displacement current. This is derived from the Ampere's circuital law. Next, since the magnetic field is closed, therefore integration of a closed circuit is 0. Therefore, from Gauss and magnetic field, we got del dot B bar is equal to 0. And next is curl of E bar is given by rate of change of magnetic flux density B bar, which is derived from Faraday and Lenz law. So we'll solve one problem. Given E bar is equal to Em sin omega t minus beta z Ay bar in free space. To find D bar, B bar and S bar, and you have to sketch E bar and S bar at t is equal to 0. We know that D bar is equal to electric flux density D bar is equal to epsilon E bar, where epsilon permittivity is equal to epsilon naught epsilon relative permittivity epsilon r E bar, but epsilon r is equal to 1 in vacuum. Therefore, D bar is equal to epsilon naught E bar is equal to epsilon naught dm sin omega t minus beta z Ay bar coulomb per meter square. This is the expression in terms of the electric flux density. But according to Maxwell equation derived from Faraday's law, we know that curl of E bar is equal to minus dou by dou t B bar. Therefore, curl of E bar in matrix form is written as Ax bar, Ay bar, Az bar, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, and Ex, Ey, Ez is equal to minus dou by dou t B bar. Here given Ex is equal to 0 and Ez is also 0 here. Only Ey component is given, Em sin omega t minus beta z, and also there is no variation along x direction. Therefore, dou by dou x, Ey is equal to 0. Therefore, Ax, Ay bar, Az bar, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, 0, Ey 0 is equal to minus dou by dou t B bar. If you take Ax common here, then you will get dou by dou y into 0 minus dou by dou z Ey minus Ay bar, take outside, dou by dou x 0 minus dou by dou z 0, this is 0 you will get, plus Az bar is equal to dou by dou x Ey minus dou by dou y 0 is equal to minus dou by dou t B bar. Therefore, if you simplify, you get minus dou by dou x minus dou by dou x, take outside, Ey is equal to Em sin omega t cos minus beta z minus cos omega t sin minus beta z Ax bar is equal to minus dou by dou t B bar. Therefore, if you differentiate this with respect to z, you will get minus outside Em minus sin omega t, it is cos of minus beta z is cos beta z. So differentiation of cos beta z is minus sin beta z minus cos omega t, and sin of minus beta z is minus sin beta z, and differentiation of sin beta z is cos beta z into bracket this beta beta, you have to multiply, take outside, Ax bar is equal to minus dou by dou t B bar. So minus minus cancel out here. Therefore, Em beta cos omega t minus beta z Ax bar is equal to minus dou by dou t B bar Therefore, integrating both sides of the equation, you will get b bar is equal to minus beta em integration of cos of omega t minus beta z x bar dt. Therefore, integration of cos theta is plus sin theta. Therefore, b bar is equal to minus beta em w sin of omega t minus beta z x bar Weber per meter square. But h bar is equal to b bar by mu, b bar by mu or mu naught, b bar by mu naught is equal to substitute the value of b bar, you will get minus beta em omega mu naught sin omega t minus beta z x bar ampere per meter. At t is equal to 0, I will get e bar is equal to minus em sin beta z ay bar, and s bar is equal to minus beta em omega naught sin minus beta z x bar. Therefore, these two are mutually perpendicular. Suppose the wave is moving along z direction. Suppose here Ex is particular, this will be perpendicular to the Ey.